Hey guys, welcome back. Today I have another Pretty Little Liars recap and reaction video. This is going to be the last recap and reaction video you guys are going to be getting for 7 months. They expect us to wait 7 damn months before they're going to tell us what the hell we all just witnessed in that finale. That's just ridiculous. So this episode starts off in Spencer's house and we see that the girls are explaining to Caleb and Mona that Hanna is missing and they think that she went after Noel and they think that Noel actually kidnapped Hanna when in reality we know that Hanna kidnapped Noel, and they finally decide to call the police and tell them that Hanna is missing. And can we just give a little round of applause for the girls because it only took them 7 years to finally realize that when something is wrong you call the damn police. So moment of silence for the girls, clap, round of applause. Round of applause. Finally called the police. Round of applause. So then it flashes to Hanna and we see that she has Noel in this room and he's tied to a chair and she has a video camera pointed at the two of them and she's recording this whole thing that she's doing, which I think is so bizarre. Like, if you're committing a damn crime, do you really think you should record the whole thing as proof that you kidnapped somebody and you're torturing them? No. But she cuts him and all this blood goes on the floor and she takes the blood and she takes it into a doctor's office and she's telling the doctor, like, hurry, I need this analyzed, I need to see if it's a match, I need to see if it's a match. And while she's at the doctor, she actually notices that her face is on the news with Noel, and everybody's saying that Noel kidnapped her, so she's like, oh crap, I'm screwed, I gotta do something. So Hanna ends up calling Mona, and Mona shows up to the little room that she has Noel locked in, and Hanna's telling her that she needs 1 more day to get these test results back, and to stay here with Noel, and they come up with this story that Hannah's just gonna tell everybody and lie, basically, and just say that she was trying to find the girl that Noel supposedly pushed down the stairs like way back in the day to prove that he's a piece of shit. I don't know, I think it was a stupid excuse, but she goes back to the group and tells all the cops and everybody this lie, and they all keep looking for Noel even though she knows exactly where he is. And we see what is personally my favorite scene out of this whole finale episode because it was amazing. But we see Hanna and Caleb ends up showing up at the apartment and he's like, I know you were lying about something, I can tell when you're lying, and he starts naming off all this list of things that Hanna won't admit, and she just leaves things go, and she won't admit something about like moldy food and all this other crap, and then he says something like, you can't even admit that we're supposed to spend the rest of our lives together, and my heart was just like, this is it, this is my Haleb moment, give it to me. And then he pulls her in all sexy, and he's like, I never want to spend another day without you for the rest of my life. Like I said, you're a real pain in the ass. And then they kiss, and oh my god, it was so epic on so many damn levels. I was just sitting there screaming at my TV. I'm like, okay, alright, kiss. Alright, now do it on the floor. Do it on the floor. Do it on the floor. I was like chanting this to myself. And then it like flashes, and then it comes back to him. And of course they're doing it on the floor just like I wanted. And I was like, yes, do it on the floor, yes. And all I gotta say is this better be the end game and they better be together from now on. They better get married and have lots of cute little babies and not break up again, because I swear if they break up again, I'm gonna jump through my TV and slap a bitch. That's all I gotta say about that. Then we see Aria, and Aria is at Ezra's apartment and she's got her cute little outfit on and she's making her man dinner and lighting candles because she knows her man is coming back. And she's so excited, and he said he wanted her there because he loves her. And she's calling the airline, talking to the flight attendant lady, and she's just like, my fiance was supposed to be here, his flight should have landed, he's not here, I know something's wrong, what's going on? And what does she see? She looks over at the TV set. What's on the TV set? She sees Ezra, her fiance, the supposed love of her life, running into Nicole's arms. This show finally gonna give us our Ezra and Aria moment and have them get engaged and have it be all romantical, and then tell us in the last episode that Nicole is not alive, and we finally have a sigh of relief. And not only is she alive, but Ezra kisses her! Oh my gosh, I can't believe he just did that. I can't. So then, after all that drama happens, then we get to our next shipping couple, Emily and Alison. So Alison and Emily are sitting and talking, and then another bomb gets dropped on us, and Allie apparently is pregnant. She apparently is pregnant with Elliot, who is actually named Archer's baby. She's like sitting on the couch with Emily, and Emily's consoling her because obviously Alison's freaking the hell out because she's pregnant with a wannabe murderer's baby that they killed. Who writes this stuff? This is insane. So they're sitting there and she's cuddling with her, and then Alison leans over and she kisses Emily, and then they have their Emerson moment and they're cuddling on the couch. So we got Haleb back together, Ezra was an idiot, Emily and Alison kissed, and now on to the last shipping couple, Spencer and Toby. So Toby is actually leaving with his fiance Yvonne, and they're moving away. And Spencer goes to say goodbye because this is Toby's last day here, and she brings him like some little book thing, and they hug, and then she starts walking away, and she turns around and comes back, and it's just like, Toby, can I kiss you? That was so stupid. I'm like, who asked if they could kiss somebody? Like, can I kiss you? Like, I know you have a fiance, but can I kiss you goodbye? I thought that was so stupid. So Toby just kind of looks at her, and then she leans in, and they have a kiss. And you can tell like all the sparks were flying and the love was still there and still in the air. And she kisses him, and then he opens his eyes and looks at her, and then she runs away. And obviously Toby is still in love with Spencer, cause duh. So then it flashes and we see Hanna, and she is obviously still laying on the floor after her sexual moment with Caleb. Yes, love, yes. But she gets a phone call, and it's from the doctor, and the doctor ends up telling her, like, I got the results back and the blood is not a match. So then we see Hanna, and she's back with all the girls, and she's basically telling them how everything was a lie, and then she's just like, I took some of Noel's blood and I got it analyzed to see if he was Mary's other child. And everybody thought obviously it was Noel, and apparently the blood did not match, and Noel is not Mary's son. So they come up with this plan on how they're going to sneak out to go talk to Noel without the police knowing, and they make a tape recording of all their voices and just play it so the cops outside can hear it, and they sneak out to go talk to Noel. And they show it to where Hanna actually was keeping Noel, but then they realize Noel is nowhere to be found, and also the video that Hanna was taking of herself torturing Noel, because she's a genius, is gone as well. So then we see Mona and Caleb, and they have been keeping an eye on Jenna this whole time because obviously Jenna is connected to this in some way. And they get 2 drinks sent over to their table, and they see what they thought was Jenna bringing the drinks over. And then the person like takes off the glasses and the little hoodie thing, and they realize that it's Sydney. So Sydney was the like swimmer chick a few seasons back, and I was just like, what the crap? Sydney's here. She was being a decoy so Jenna could sneak out past them. So while the girls are in there and they realize that Noel is gone, they all get a text, and it says to meet at this address by 10 o'clock, and they can trade off and get the video back. So then they get to an address, and it's just a really rundown building, and it looks as though it was a rundown school for the blind that they think Jenna may have attended. I don't know, that part was kind of weird. They're looking around, and they finally find the video recorder, but they start to leave, and Emily realizes that she forgot her phone. So Hanna and Emily go back upstairs to look for Emily's phone, and they're walking around, and then they see Noel, and Noel is just like, we cannot let you leave, you know way too much information. Noel starts chasing Hanna and Emily into like this crazy little prop room, and they're hiding behind like a little desk, and then they push all these desks over, and they all smack Noel, and he falls on his ass. And then all the girls from downstairs hear this, and they start running to try and find the rest of the girls. And then all of a sudden they see Jenna at the top of the damn stairs pointing a gun at them. So then Jenna starts saying something like, Alison, is that you? Let me show you what it's like to be me. Oh my gosh, hysterical. So then Jenna turns off all the lights, and they're running around this freaking house with all the lights off, and Jenna, please can somebody explain to me how Jenna is blind, wielding a damn gun, running around in the dark, and she's able to make it around all these twists and turns and follow them when she's blind. That makes no sense. Something ain't adding up here. And then upstairs, Noel is still trying to attack Hanna and Emily, and then they turn a corner, and Noel's all of a sudden got an axe. Because, you know, he just randomly got an axe. So there's like a struggle, and then all of a sudden, you hear this thud, and you hear something rolling down the stairs, and then you look down, and the rest of the girls notice it's Noel's head. Like, at first I was shocked because I was like, oh my god, they just cut off Noel's head. And then Spencer looks down and it's just like, oh my god, that's Noel's head. I just died laughing because it was just so hysterical. So after Noel's fake looking head rolls down the stairs, the girls are all screaming. They're like, oh my god, his head fell off. Oh my god, where's Jenna? She's got a gun. Oh my god. And then Jenna pops out of nowhere and she starts pointing the gun at all the girls again. And she shoots the gun. And then everybody's just screaming and running all over the place. And all the girls kind of go away from each other. And then we see that Jenna is coming into a room still pointing the gun. And she's looking around. We see like kind of legs dragging across the floor with blood. And then we see that it's actually Spencer. She has been shot and she is on the ground. And Jenna is pointing the gun at her like she's getting ready to finish her off. And then out of nowhere, Mary Drake smacks her upside the damn head and comes running over to Spencer. She's holding Spencer, and she's like, Spencer, I would never do anything to hurt you. I'm your mother. Dun 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 dun. Like, what? Spencer is Mary's other kid. I am so confused. So then we see that somebody has dragged Jenna's body into another room, and we see a mask being pulled off, and it looks like it's like that creepy older guy's mask, and it kind of falls on Jenna, and then Jenna's just laying there supposedly dying, and she's just like, oh my god, you're AD. And then it flashes again, and we see Toby's truck is just completely demolished and totaled, and the camera pans, and we see that Toby and Yvonne are laying over the front of the car, and Toby is over the driver's seat, just covered completely in blood, supposedly dead, and that is how this episode ends. What? So now for my theories. I had a good feeling that Noel was going to be the one that died in this episode when they were promoting it, saying that somebody died, because he's been the only person that they've been making look guilty for God knows how many episodes now, so obviously they were going to kill him off to confuse the crap out of all of us. And Noel isn't Mary's other child. Now we know that Mary is actually Spencer's mom, so Spencer is Mary's other child. Like, what? Like, I was reading on Twitter, like, everybody's reactions to the episode when it ended, and, like, a lot of people were saying that they knew that Mary was going to be Spencer's mom. And they're all like, I knew it, they gave so many hints. Can somebody tell me what the hell these hints were? Because I didn't notice any hints. I was completely shocked by that. I think the person, whoever AD actually is, it's got to be somebody who is connected with the De Laurentiis families and also the Hastings families, because all the drama throughout this entire show has been circulating between these two families. But what we really aren't clear on is who the actual fathers are of all of these kids. So, supposedly, Spencer's father had an affair with Alison's mother, Jessica, and they had Jason. Spencer's father also apparently had an affair with Mary Drake and had Spencer, if Spencer is actually his daughter. So if this is the case, I mean, Spencer's father is just a stand-up husband having an affair with not only the neighbor, but the neighbor's sister, and having 2 kids, and like, Spencer's mom couldn't have not known all of this was going on. Like, obviously she knew that Spencer was adopted because she didn't give birth to Spencer now, apparently. But there was something that was said in the season finale. I want to say it was the one where the girls were taken in the dollhouse, so this previous season finale, where the guys were all meeting up, and then Spencer's parents came over and were like, we know A is back, where are the girls? That scene. And Ezra looked at Spencer's father, and he was getting ready to go through all of Ezra's research, and Ezra looked at him and it was like, you need to know that if you go through this, all your secrets are going to be revealed. So I'm wondering if Ezra knows that Spencer's mother is Mary Drake. I wonder if Ezra found that out, but he just didn't say anything. I don't know, I just found that weird that he said that all your secrets would be coming out in that previous finale, just thinking about it. But, there have been posts made on Twitter. I don't know if you guys follow the whole, like, Pretty Little Liars Twitter account, but they actually posted something that's saying that the actor who plays Ren is coming back for this final season in the last 10 episodes of the show. So I think that just gave it away that Ren is AD, and I will finally be happy that I've been correct this whole time. But I mean, I can't see them announcing that this actor would be coming back on the show and then making him AD too, because that just makes it so unbelievably obvious that they had this huge announcement that he was coming back. I still think if Ren's coming back, there's still a good possibility that it could be Ren behind all of this. I have absolutely no idea what his motive could be, to be honest with you. No clue, and that maybe he's just completely insane, or maybe he's somebody's second brother, cousin, twice removed. I don't know. Or, because he's always had his thing on and off with Melissa, or maybe Melissa is still in the mix somewhere around here. I'm trying to think of relatives that are connected with the Hastings De Laurentiis family. And the only other person that would really be connected that we know of right now would be Jason. But I mean, unless Jason has had like a twin this whole time, which Lord knows with this show he could have had a twin this whole time, or if he's just pissed for some reason and he's been Two-Faced this whole time. Oh, and also the whole Jason-Arya relationship that was revealed in the last episode. I kind of thought that was a little sexy. I kind of like that scene where he was coming in without his shirt on. He needs to get a damn haircut though, I will say that, because I'm not a fan of that weave. But that was a good scene. I like how those two got together and stuff. And maybe, now that Ezra's horned up in Colombia with Nicole now, maybe Ezra and Arya will break up and she'll get back with Jason, which I really don't want that to happen. I want Ezra and Arya to get married and have their wedding. He's just got to pull his head out of his ass and make up his mind already. Good God, this is just ridiculous, Ezra. What are you doing here? So yeah, at this point, I got no clue. I literally have been sitting here rambling for Lord knows how long about what I think is going on and all the connections with this family, and just, I got no clue. I literally have no clue who it could possibly be besides Ren. All I know is that Spencer is not dead, and I highly doubt Toby is dead. Yvonne, I think what's going to happen is Yvonne is going to die, and then we're going to see Toby trying to get over Yvonne's death because he was the one driving, and Spencer is obviously going to live as well, and she's going to help him with that, and they're going to fall back in love with each other. That's what I think's going to happen. They ain't going to kill Toby and Spencer. They ain't going to play us that dirty. They ain't going to do it. They ain't going to play us that dirty. I think that is it for this Pretty Little Liars recap and reaction. Please let me know in the comments what you guys thought about the finale, and also any theories that you have for what the heck is going on, or if you're pretty much as confused as I am. If you were shocked at the fact that Mary was Spencer's mother, or if you saw it coming, just leave everything in the comments below. I love going through them and seeing what you guys are thinking about the show. So yeah, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye guys!